Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Hybrid Performance, Las Vegas, Nevada, Victor LiPari. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, Lil Mowgli, Aupuni, Pagaoa. Referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Chris Tione.
Pagaoa may have the best hair we've ever seen here at Tuff-N-Uff.
I love that his nickname is Little Mowgli. That is just so great. All right, here we go, 3 2-minute rounds. LiPari is wearing the black trunks with the white and green lettering. Pagaoa is wearing the straight black. And fast start here, as we would expect from the flyweights at 125 pounds. LiPari is looking for that takedown, right? So he's known as a wrestler, and he is searching hard for it, and he's got it. But Pagaoa right back up to his feet.
LiPari sticking on him close, trying to get this fight down to the ground. Showing really good balance there is Pagaoa.
Excellent balance, great observation, but is it good enough? LiPari now has the back of Pagaoa. Landed some pretty big shots too. He does have 1 hook in. Now he's got 2 in. He's starting to flatten him out. This is a really bad position for Pagaoa. LiPari has landed some big shots, and Pagaoa is very active. He's trying to scramble out of it, but excellent control by Victor LiPari here in round number 1. He's now in full mount. 50 seconds remaining here in round number 1, and Pagaoa has taken all sorts of damage.
LiPari is just sticking to him like glue and not letting up.
It's so tight. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, just not giving him any opportunity to wriggle out of this. Pagaoa is very active with his hips. He's trying everything he can to get out of it, but LiPari right now is just smothering him. 30 seconds left.
To keep it a close watch on this one.
Yeah, now, Pagaoa, to his credit, is doing a very nice job with his hand fighting, so he's trying to avoid a rear naked choke getting sunk in there. However, LiPari is not giving him a moment to breathe, and he is landing some big shots. Like you mentioned, referee watching this very closely. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Elevates it a slam! Wow!
That rocked Pagaoa. He is...
Yeah, he is stunned right now. No, okay.
That was a full German suplex.
It really was. He elevated him, brought him fully back over his own shoulders, and Pagaoa looked really stunned there for a moment after that happened.
That was a huge show of strength there by LiPari.
LiPari with a clinic in round number 1. Again, Pagaoa is cornered by some of the very best, and he doesn't look overwhelmed as far as talent goes, but LiPari just did not give him a moment to breathe. It's not that Pagaoa is lacking in talent in any way. It's just that LiPari had a strategy, and he was relentless all over him from the sound of that very first bell.
That could be a 10-8 round. I mean, that was an exclamation point right there on that round as it ended.
I have a hard way seeing how it's not a 10-8 round.
I was worried it might be stopped right there.
Yeah, because that suplex was so powerful, and it brought him back on his neck and his head, and it stunned him enough where it almost looked like the referee. I mean, Chris Tione, he's a master at what he does, so he obviously knew what he was looking at because he was right on top of the action. But I think you're right. That very well could have been a 10-8 round with a huge exclamation point from Pagaoa.
Pagaoa's still jumping around, though, showing he's still got some gas in that tank. We'll see what happens here in round 2 between these 2 amazing fighters.
125 pounds, flyweights back at it. LiPari once again taking the center of the octagon. And Pagaoa just trying to find a way to mount any offense. Short little uppercut there, trying to catch him as he's starting to look for that start hunting for that takedown once again. Nice overhand there from LiPari. Pagaoa, though, fires right back. Pagaoa now has a guillotine. It's standing. It's going to be hard to complete, and he lets it go.
LiPari just pushing forward, grabbing a hold of that single. Is he going to be able to pull him down?
Again.
Yes.
And you just see the frustration, though. Pagaoa shakes his head. And LiPari with this wrestling, he's relentless. He's almost back to full mount. He's got the back again. Hooks are not in, so this is a much better position than he was in last round. But there's one hook. He's looking for that second one. And again, just smothering him.
Showing pretty good flexibility, too. Pagaoa just, I mean, he's eating a lot of shots, showing a lot of heart, but this kid in LiPari is just all over him.
And he steps over very calmly, full mount, about 50 seconds remaining. Pagaoa again spinning out of it a little bit, but it's just non-stop punishment.
And even those shots, they might look like they're little shots, but they are grazing the chin of Pagaoa almost every one that LiPari's throwing when he had him on the ground. He just looks overwhelmed at this point. I feel like
this could be it.
He's turning.
He's just taking so much damage. And Pagaoa's credit, I mean, he's handling it well.
He's just been eating.
There's just nothing he can do. And this could be it right here. Tuff-N-Uff is right on top of it. I mean, he lands a couple of more shots, and I will not be stunned to see this stop at all. Man, to Pagaoa's credit, I mean, he's hanging in there.
Is he going to call it off, though, or is that it? No, he's giving Pagaoa the benefit of the doubt.
He is defending himself to some degree. I mean, it's not.
He is
He's throwing his hands up.
Yes,
he's totally overwhelmed right now. There's no question about it.
I would not have been shocked if that fight would have been stopped even before the 10-second marker that we heard. I mean, just another brutal onslaught that round by Victor LiPari. I mean, this kid is showing some real skill here in the cage tonight in the Tuff-N-Uff Fighting Championships.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the action here from round number 2, he had hit him flattened out a number of times. He had the back here, was easily stepping over to full mount. LiPari's worst enemy in that round, his biggest opponent, was the fact that the cage was right there, and so he couldn't really wind up and land the big finishing shots.
He had some success when he was able to keep it on the feet, still standing. Curious to see what his strategy is going into this third round. Is he going to just try to avoid the cage and the takedown at all costs, or is LiPari just too dominant?
I think LiPari just keeps doing what he has been doing, and Pagaoa has got to try to stay in the center of the cage, because right now, when this goes anywhere outside of this spot right here, it's bad news for Pagaoa. Now, he did bloody the nose of LiPari in that second round when catching him, but here we go again. Elevates, slams with ease.
And then just takes the back immediately. He's got the hook in, flattens him out, starts back with the hammer fist, and just ground and pound. He's eating a lot here. Oh, that was another big one right across the jaw that he ate.
Yeah, and he's just hunting now. He's just sort of pecking away. That's it. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Victor LiPari, round number 3, gets the fight waved off by Chris Tuff-N-Uff. Referee stoppage, and I mean, Pagaoa is talking with the ref, and he wasn't even complaining about the stoppage. No. He's just like, what was I supposed to do? You know?
Just overwhelmed by Victor LiPari, who remains undefeated, now 3-0.
Yeah, like I said, it's been about 7 months since we saw him compete last, but what a clinic he put on tonight. A great strategy. He put his wrestling to use, he put his jiu-jitsu to use, and his striking as well.
Oh, and a huge show of strength, too. We saw him just throw his opponent around.
A couple of times. I mean, that full suplex was really something. Very rarely do you see that kind of power where you're able to manipulate your opponent to get them in the right position and then have the strength to just pick them up and slam them like that. Dad, uncle of Victor LiPari, if you're watching tonight, happy Father's Day to you guys. He put on a fantastic show for you guys, who he said he was dedicating it to. Justin Bernard with the official announcement again. Stoppage comes in round number 3. Victor LiPari with the big finish.
They're discussing which side looks better for them.
Are they? Get my good side, man.
For Justin Bernard, every side's his good side.
That's right. You see that hair?
Oh, it's perfect.
Take it away, Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 32 seconds into the third round, your winner by TKO, Victor LiPari.